Hello, welcome back to Strange Antiquities. And this lady, I think we failed the last time. She wanted something. She wanted grease. Grease. Let us see what grease can be. What was I checking? I think I read a few things about for the ritual of the broken path. Grease is heated slowly over the flame. Okay? To have full effect, it must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete, no matter how hot it gets. The ritual should not be performed by those who have not studied the Wixic art. It is common to suffer burns, but when done correctly, it should not be painful. Interesting. Maybe this thing gives me something? What about this? The twinings. This thing is done, so you can go. This is the Bishop Square. Maybe the Bishop Square will lead to something eventually. What about this? Sacrament is a baptism ceremony. Maybe it is time for me to identify everything that I can. Let's see. These objects induce a form of synesthesia, where colors and tones, light and shadow can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in a low light condition, such as miners. The gemstones in an Aries remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares the name. So it's probably this thing. Look at this. That is that. So that's Aries remnant. I'm gonna mark it as such. And make it red. Okay, so that's that. So we know what, tentatively what this is. And we also know what this is, Morgan's Folly. So everything on this side except this. What is that? We will get to that. We got that. Then Brighic Charm. Interesting. A powerful item that offers hope in times of worry, protection in times of darkness, and wisdom in times of uncertainty. Wields the power of the maiden, the mother, and the crone, the wicked triple goddess. Interesting. Maiden, mother, and the crone. Protection, darkness, and wisdom. So, hope in times of worry, protection in times of darkness, and wisdom in times of uncertainty. So maybe it has to have three things, perhaps. It's not that statue. And this can go maybe here? Sure. It's a bit crowded. Okay. All of this is identified. Good. You can kind of go, well. These ones I'll put here. Sure. And this. Three things. I don't know for sure. I don't see anything that has three things that I can mark as such. So let's go to something else. Brighic Charm. Then Corvin's Might. I think I know Corvin's Might. This is Morgan's Folly, not Corvin's Might. These objects pay homage to the Bloody Queen's gift. A Corvin's Might, sometimes called an Eagle's Gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic power. Okay, it has something Wixic and it uses an assassin's tool. When the warrior queen, Corvin, was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of battle and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. Interesting. See, the eagle is bringing something to her. It's like a little circular thing. That's the gift. And it's a circular thing. A circular thing. Something that uses the power of a hunter. Do I see anything that looks like that? Definitely not that thing, I don't think. This little gem in the middle could be it, but it has the seasons, which is interesting. Let's see what else I have. Corvin's Might, Dread Vivant, or Vivant. Dread Vivant is the only way to handle some of the more dangerous artifacts. It can siphon power away from oneself for a time. The power rising up of a Dread Vivant is subtle but noticeably invigorating. These objects represent the balance of life and death, of good and evil, of hope and despair. Maybe this? That's the death. This is probably the light. This is wood painted green. This is wood, bronze, and bronze. Wood painted to look like bone. Okay. Smooth. Intricate detailing, polished. Smooth. Low chanting. Interesting. Causes me to reflect on my own mortality. Interesting. Which makes me feel I don't have it. So what this is talking about has something to balance hope and everything else. I don't think I have this yet. So let's see. Folium. The blade is drawn across the face of a folium 6 times during the ritual of the Hand of Prior. Dryad huntsmen and those wanting to prove themselves perform this ritual before seeking out the basilisk, as a folium blade is the only known way to pierce its thick armor. Folium. A blade is drawn across the face of a folium 6 times during the ritual of the Hand of Prior. So a blade becomes folium. So it's basically something that you can rub the blade against. What is this? Hand of Prior. A folium, that's the only thing. Blade is drawn across the face of a folium 6 times. I was thinking maybe this is the mark of a knife being... No, but what is it made of? Grooves. Polished. Cold. It's stone. So technically it could be that. Chills my blood to hold it. I'm not sure though. Yeah, I'm not sure. Folium. Grace. Grace is the one I want. Then I have Morgan's Folly that I've already checked. Pit. The 3 different elements that make up a pit allegedly represent the earth, the sun, and death, or darkness, the Dryadic, the Diurnic, and the Noctic. These energies balance in such a way that the objects do not produce a recognizable atomic field. They can be directed to emit powerful vibrations capable of cracking solid rock. Interesting. 3 different elements. I remember one thing, which is disquiet. This is stone, gold. This has this thing, but it's 4 of them. It's not this, I don't think. Do I not have a pit? Maybe I don't understand what a pit is. Sheen. These common items are made using materials with a connection to the ocean. They began as superstition, simple objects made by sailors and fishermen to keep their boats safe. But with the help of the old thaumaturges, they became something more and many lives were saved. So it has to be a part of a ship. Kind of... Not these. Don't think I have it. Yeah, doesn't seem like anything I have. So it's not shin. Then I have weaving edge and witch's finger. Weaving edge. Weaving edge is used to enter the red night, a bloodthirsty state of mind. Tradition dictates that the handle should be made from the wood of a great oak. The great oaks are believed to have been planted by Scythia herself. Red Knight. Weaving edge. handle should be made from the wood of a great oak. So it's something that has a handle, which is made of oak. Polished wood. Is there anything that feels like oak? This is you. No, that's not it. Something with a wooden handle. Don't see one. No, I do not see anything. Okay, next one. Witch's finger. They're said to be the severed digits of the witch of Undermere. They are capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished up others. High Green Church, the home of the witch. Witch's finger. The severed digits of Witch of Undermere, so it has to be hands. But I don't see anything that is this. I thought this was it, but it's not that. Probably I don't have it. Then I have Zaya. Worn about the neck, to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. They are made of any single material except wood or clay. You typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. Single material except wood and clay, and no writing. So this is out of the question. This is clay, out of question. So this is also not wood. This is wood, so it can't be this. This can also not be it because it's wood. Maybe that. Zaya. And they are generally a pendant, so not these. They make you paranoid. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark indeed. These three. This causes me to reflect on my own mortality. Interesting. What about these? Definitely something unusual. I can't quite put my finger on it though. What is it made of? Gold. It is gold. So it's a single material. Could it be this? Zaya? Not hot exactly, but energetic somehow. Interesting. There's a low hum, some kind. So this has to be an interesting object. Textured, smooth, nothing to remark. It's made of bronze and stone, so not that. And this pattern, I think, is probably not it. So yeah, it's made of tin. Gives me goosebumps. Could it be this? Sense of being watched. That could be Zaya because it's paranoia. The sense of being watched. And it's made of bronze. It has no symbols. Okay, I think that's Zaya for us. And make it red. Okay. So you come here. What about this Zephyrim? Resonant objects give off a faint odor that will be familiar to any thaumaturge. It's the scent of the storm, of ozone and power, the scent of magic. I don't think I've had anything that smells like anything. Let me just check. Scents, nothing. I was told that I can click on it. Haha, look at this. It has this little symbol, which is... it has this little thing underneath, which is a symbol of something. Let me see what it is. Probably some kind of a weather sign. This, blessings. Blessings. Interesting. What do I have? This thing is called Heart Chamber and it has blessings inside. I see. Yeah, good catch. That I could click it. Nice. I didn't find it. I was told. When these vapors are inhaled, something about a vapor and a resonant object. Resonant compass will point towards nearby resonant objects. Highly prized. Okay, so I need to find the compass. Where is the compass though? I have it somewhere. Resonant Zephyrum. So these resonant objects give off a faint odor that will be familiar to any thaumaturge. So I need to find the compass and find these objects. There you are. That is identified. So all of these are identified. Okay. This is one resonant object. I'll put it here. And books can go here. This is something as well. Oh, that is identified. So I'm gonna put this here. Sure. This is a resonant object. This is a resonant object. I don't think any of these are resonant objects except this. Okay, so compass can go back. This is the only resonant object, and if I nothing to remark, it has this. So let me see in the symbols. I think it was fire, water. Here. So the top one is air, then you have water, then you have fire, and then you have earth. Air, water, fire, and earth. Interesting. But I don't have anything that does anything with that, does it? I can only assume that I don't have some stuff. This should give me something. I am going to check this out. The sacrament is a baptism ceremony in which one's life is pledged to the warrior god Holger. It is performed by a blood priest within a stone circle. In spring, a charm of green growth. In spring, a charm of green growth. Green growth. So something that is charm and green. So this green, spirit eye. But what about this? Lamp siphon? No. Green growth. That? Or this? Eye of Cernunnos. Cernunnos. What about if I find something in my book that says growth? Let's see. Don't see anything. Green. Neither is that, so... In summer, a pendant of the yellow sun. Pendant of the yellow sun. This could be it? St. John's Anvil? Or this? Sunbond. Yeah, Sunbond. Sunbond makes sense. Spirit Eye. Or Cassander. We'll figure out the green one. I think this Sunbond works, and in autumn, an instrument of the Red Knight. Red Knight. Red Knight, interesting. Do I have anything about Red Knight? I think so. Red Knight there, weaving edge. That's what you want. And in winter, a totem of blue fire. Blue fire. Totem of blue fire. Interesting. What is a totem of blue fire? Ah, well, you want a grease. I do not know what the grease is. And I also need to find out what this is. I'm under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Let's have a quick look at maybe all of these maps that I haven't looked at. Nothing in here, so... And I did not put anything away. As in a clue, by mistake. This is that. I'm under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Okay, so there is nothing here in terms of axe or a tree. Let's start with the catacombs. The axe meets the tree. Is there a barn here? Not really, no. And I don't see anything that is either an axe or a tree, so not this. What about this? The axe meets the tree. Is this a tree? Yeah, that's a symbol of something. I could just randomly click, but what's the fun in that? The vaults. I think I did that already. Axe meets the tree. Hardwick Tower, second floor. Ravens. No, I don't think it's there. It has to be in this. But what does that mean? The axe meets the tree. Mossy wood. Tree axe. Under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Interesting. It has been interesting since I got it. Excuse me. But I just don't know. What can it be? And I also don't know what this... One thing they want is... Which is this. Gris. Thaumaturgy and objects and rituals. If you're able to get your hands on a gris, interested in studying further, can you go up, please? That's it. Okay, one last try at reading this stuff, and maybe I'll figure something out. For the ritual of the broken path, the grease is heated slowly over flame. So it has to be something that you can heat over flame. Maybe this. It's a pot. It must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete, no matter how hot it gets. The ritual should not be performed by those who have not studied the Wixic art. Why is it mentioned here, this? I don't understand. It is common to suffer burns, but when done correctly, it should not be painful. This has... Find it unsettling. The eyes seem to pierce my soul. That is raised detailing. Right. Red clay. And the eyes appear to be small green gemstones. That is something that you can put on a fire and heat. Everything else seems weird and not convenient. This could be one of the things as well, but what is this made of? It's clay. And it has this pattern, which was what? Fire? I have to check that one more time. Nothing to remark. Something Wixic. So maybe a gemstone, the green stuff. Maybe that is Wixic. So let's say jade. Stone of earth and of nature. That's not malachite. Yeah, it has to be jade. Stone of sight? No. Earth and nature. Interesting. Is it Wixic though? It's a Dryadic. I need something Wixic. Red. What about this? Maybe this thing is what you hold in hand? This thing, dark stone for dark purposes. Must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete. Not studied the Wixic art. It's common to suffer burns. What about the Wixic art? I do not understand. Let's see, how many Wixic stuff do I have? There's this. Yeah, not a lot. Just 2. You have the topaz and you have the bloodstone. Actually, you have the amethyst as well. So 3. Topaz. Turquoise. Turquoise is the same thing, no? Pale blue or turquoise. Ah, that's aquamarine. Triadic. Nope, that's not what I want. I am actually tempted to give this. Have I tried this? I have not. This is not the item, so that is not grace. I'm gonna put this here, not grace. Because I have a feeling that I've tried it before. For some reason. Okay. Not grace. Hang on, I also want to add some symbol into it. Okay, just an exclamation so I know. Not grace, okay. What do I do? I'm gonna take a hint. I am cheating, I know, but oh well. I'm not sure I have what I need. I should look through my letters and notes to see if they lead me to any new discoveries. I don't have it. Okay, fair enough. This is what I want to find out, I think. I'm under the barn where the axe meets the tree. I don't understand. There is a note on the castle map that looks like it might be important. Huh? Really? The castle map. This. Mars in winter, rising in summer. That's the note. Have I not checked that already? Something Mars in winter. Rising in summer. Maybe it's Mars as in Mars. So something winter, and I have to find the symbol for Mars. Let me try that. Symbols here. I was thinking it might not be the literal planet, but maybe I'm wrong. Elements, materials, planets, Mars, iron. So iron. Is there any other thing that has Mars on it? Nope. Okay. To find Mars, this is Mars. So Mars in winter, rising in summer. That's summer. The smells and sounds of cooking greet me as I enter the castle kitchens. I feel a little foolish as I try to avoid the cook's glares while following the clues left to me by a mad old man. What was I thinking? I'm not going to find anything here. And yet, on the exact spot where the map leads me, there is something. A floorboard that has been cut and replaced. With a little difficulty, I lift it up and feel around in the cavity below before my fingers grasp something hard. Okay. That is something. It's a little statue. That's this thing. But I do not think it's still Mars in winter, rising in summer. What is that? What does rising mean? Rising. Maybe that's a sign? Rebirth. Blessings. I don't think rising is anything. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, perhaps he spent too long studying Isaiah. Imagined invisible enemies, so he began hiding them about the castle, noting their locations in a code that only he understood. This thing is still not ticked, so maybe I need to find something, but I still don't know what this is about. Axe meets the tree. This thing, what is this thing? It is made of stone. Black substance. Soot, perhaps. Maybe that's the thing that they hold because it burns. Hard and cool. Chalky black residue that coats my fingertips. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Maybe this. This is something that you give. But let me see. What about this grease? Grease. I will check. Heated slowly over the flame. Must be held in an ungloved hand. Wixic stuff. So there are symbols, which is triangle. Let me see about the symbols. So I have a triangle, which is this fire. Then I have this symbol, which probably means, what does it mean? This ice. So fire, ice. And there is another symbol, which I think was this, paralysis. Fire, ice, paralysis. Interesting. What does that mean? And there is eyes that looks like crying. Eyes that are crying. I do not know if it's intentionally made like that or if it's a symbol. It doesn't look like it's a symbol. It's not, okay. So yeah, I think I'm convinced that this is the item. Alright, let's see what they say. The item has soot on its lower half, which suggests it's been held over a flame and it produces a Wixic field. Interesting. The Wixic thing, yeah, something I could have checked, sure. Lunima. Enjoy, lady. I took way too long. Sorry, Jupiter. Should pet you a little bit for taking extra time. Leopold Morris. Hello. There has been a basilisk sighting in the hills across the river from Backbarrow. I wouldn't say I'm a brave man, but I have a duty to protect my livestock and my village. Better me than a younger man with his life ahead of him. I've come to prepare my sword. I need the thing that does the basilisk thing, which is folly something. I remember what it was. It was called F or something. F or folium. Folium. I did get a new page for something. Let me see. Lunima. What is that? Also called the moon pool or heart of tranquility, harnesses the power of the elements to create an aura of unease. They can be used to keep people away from places they are not welcome. There is a superstition among thaumaturgists that says that Lunima should not be used when the moon is full. It's not known where this idea came from. Create an aura of unease. Disquiet. Maybe this? These are the different elements. Maybe that is a Lunima? I will try. Lunima and make it red. Okay, so that's potentially that. You want folly something? Folium. What is a folium? I am pretty sure I don't have the item. What about this? Should look up the term basilisk in the index. Really? Sure, fine, I'll do it. Syrian Kyrene ward? Basilisk scales? Yeah. That is not helpful. I know it's folium. Come on, buddy. It's folium. It's just hand of prior. Hand of prior. The only thing is folium. And perform this ritual before seeking out this. A blade is drawn across the face of the folium 6 times. I'm gonna try this. That seems like a thing. It is a thing, okay. I was right. The grooves on the item suggest that a blade has been drawn across it. It is silly though. It is very silly. Okay, well. Good job, I guess. How do you think, Jupiter? Did I do a good job? Francesca Robertson. Hello, lady. They've escaped. At first, my patients grew agitated when I used the Gaudian siren, but then I had a big breakthrough. Vivian Cartwright woke up. She seemed lucid, calm even. I made a stupid mistake and loosened her restraints. I don't know what happened, whether the siren stopped working or if perhaps it had never worked and she tricked me. But almost immediately she changed back and turned violent. Before I knew it, she had managed to free the others. We tried to stop them, but they fought their way out of the hospital. I have no idea where they've gone. Oh well, isn't that a disaster, lady? That is a disaster indeed. Second last day, the penultimate day. Almost imperceptibly, the casket began to absorb the crepuscular power that had leached into the stone and the earth of its lightless tomb. Okay, let's see what clue I get that I haven't been able to solve the previous one, so maybe this one I'll be able to. One can hope. What is it? It's the clock. Interesting. Interesting. I got folium, yes. This. It's basically... Didn't I do this already? I did. But what is this supposed to do? That. It's half. But what do I do with that? Click on something? No, go back. Ah, that's the reverse. I see. I hear noises. Hello, little spider. But what is that supposed to do? The shape of a clock. And that, and that, and that. There are 3 different symbols. Maybe that has something to do with it. So this is the little hole. Yeah, that. And the little knob and the little spear. Yep. So that's the right position. It's just, what do I do with that? Set it at that time and let something happen? Maybe bring this here? Huh. Jupiter, do you know what this is? You dropped it! Where is it? Bad kitty! What to do with that information? Maybe it has something to do with the map? Maybe this? Or this? How does any of this make any sense? I don't understand. Let me try. Oh, maybe it's this. That has the half moon, which is half dark and half light. Maybe it's supposed to be this. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Oh yeah, it is this. Okay, good, good, good. The air is stifling in the darkness, and the claustrophobia of the tunnels almost overwhelms me, but I press on. I remind myself that there are few who venture down here, which means the chances of an interesting find are higher. It doesn't take luck for my search to bear fruit. Okay, we found a little dagger. It's a pendant, but I think it's a dagger as well. It's a sharp little thing. Okay. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Maybe it's the handle made from the sharper than it looks. Carved detailing. Wood. Oak, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I know what this is. This is the thing that needed the handle of oak. Oak. Breaking charm, which has the... Oh, no, it's not. And red vivant. Handle. Oak. Nope, not this. Lunima, nope. Morgan's Folly Pit. Shin. Maybe I can look for oak. Nope, I cannot. It has to be... Not Lunima, not Morgan's Folly. Perhaps Pit? Nope, not Pit. I will get there eventually. Shin. Nope. The handle stuff. Come on. Get to the next item that we haven't seen. V for weaving edge. Ah, it's weaving edge. Used to enter the Red Knight. Okay, that's a weaving edge. I'm pretty sure of it. So that is called a weaving edge. Okay, and this is red. Actually, well, just because we're consistent, so we'll do it like that. And you come here, okay? Kitty kitty. Who's next? Thaddeus White. The Witherins was a terrible idea. Your idea. I've only gone and made things worse. I wish Eli was back. Ellie, he'd know what to do. Some years ago now, a friend brought an item to me, a black casket, and I learned that it was a dark article. I should have brought it to Ellie, right then and there, but I knew he would want to destroy it. I'm a collector of things. It seemed too important to allow it to be destroyed, but I see how naive that was now. This casket is far more dangerous than anything I have come across before. And now I hear they are looking for it with their black eyes. Either I need to keep them out of the museum or bring the casket here to Strange Antiquities and hide it in one of the secret places. Dread Vivant or Lunima. Interesting. It's a choice again. So let's see. Do I have this? Siphon the power away from it oneself for a time. Life and death, good and evil, hope and despair. And Lunima. I know what a Lunima is. I do not know what this other thing is. What would the Lunima do? Aura of unease. They can be used to keep people away from places they are not welcome. It's a very subtle way of doing it, but maybe that'll help? Not sure, really. Lunima, power of unease. This. I'm gonna give you the Lunima. Okay. Photo reveals it's a feeling of disquiet, okay? I wonder what happens after this, okay? Just don't lose your item, sir. Don't lose it. The casket is very important. Hello. There is an uneasy quiet in town today. There aren't many people out and about. I'm heading straight home as soon as I'm done with my deliveries. Thank you for the letter, sir. What do we have? Let's see. I have recently come into possession of a number of texts on the subject of arcane artifacts. You're welcome to them if they are of any use to you. If I don't hear from you, then I will donate them to the library across the street. Hello? Who is it? I have recently come into possession of a number of texts. You're welcome to them if they are of any use to you. If I don't hear from you, then I will donate them to the library across. How do I write back to you? Anna Bryant, hello. With all that's been happening in Undermere, I picked the worst week possible to lose my Brigade charm. I hope that you have one that I can replace it with. I do not think I do, but maybe I do. Let me see. Last time I checked, I didn't have it. It offers hope in times of worry, protection in times of darkness, and wisdom in times of uncertainty. It wields the power of the maiden, the mother, and the crone, the wicked triple goddess. What do they have? There is a moon thingy. They have a book, a little torch, a sword, and just prayer. So triple something. It's neither of this. I still think I need to find this item somehow. I'm under the barn where the axe meets the tree. I'm gonna check the catacombs one more time. The axe meets the tree. Axe. Is there an axe anywhere? And a barn, maybe. Maybe it's not a direct clue like that, is it? I also should have kept a note on which ones I've explored and which ones I have not. But, well, too late. Too late now. Axe meets the tree. Why do I have a feeling that this is in the palace? But it makes no sense for it to be in the palace. Farm. Barn. Wood. Heath wood. Where can there be a barn? There's a triangle. No. This is something. The axe meets the tree. The axe. Woodcutter's lane. That's the axe. Okay. I'm under the barn where the axe meets the tree. The boatyard. So woodcutter's lane. There has to be a barn somewhere. Where is a barn here? I think it is Woodcutter's Lane. I was not looking at the street names at all. Pine Road. I think it is true, but if that is the case, that is strange horticulture. Axe meets the tree. Woodcutter's Lane. I'm under the barn where the axe meets the tree. So on the Woodcutter's Lane, what is 9? Stockside Rock. 8 is the boatyard. Pine Road? The Barrows. I feel like it's this, but I'm not sure about it. What's 2? Horticulture, right. Stockside Rock. Is it that? The natural monument looms over the town like a relic. Its weathered surface heavy with the weight of Undermere's murky and tangled history. I take a moment to ponder its secrets and carry on. No, I am certain that it's this. Ferryman's Way. Let me check. Woodcroft Road. The axe meets the tree. Woodcutter. Woodcutter is where the axe meets the tree, but which barn? I don't see a barn here. Boatyard? Maybe it's the boatyard? Polished hulls sit half submerged in murky water, a quiet temptation. On any other day, I'd be eager to take a boat out, but I must get back. The shop won't run itself. Okay, not this. I've tried this. Is this a barn? Maybe this? That's the barn? How am I supposed to know that's a barn? It's a silly thing. Oh well. To the side of the house sits a dilapidated barn. The stench of manure is overpowering. There is no sign of an owner, so I search carefully, not sure exactly what I'm looking for. Suddenly, I spy a flash of blue. A bottle. This is it. Ooh, that is pretty blue. Interesting. What is this? Blue painted porcelain. Everything is blue. There is no gemstone. Cool and smooth. It gives off a scent like that of a brewing storm. Ozone. I know ozone. Huh. Ozone. Yes, that had something to do with something. Ozone. If I look for that, maybe. Or the storm. Maybe lightning even? Or storm. Let's see if I can find it. Storm. Zephyrim? Or St. Cedric's. This, maybe. Resonant objects give a faint odor that will be familiar. Okay, maybe it's resonant, so let's check this. Yep, that is resonant. Good job. So that's Zephyrim. Okay. But still, that's not a Brigic charm. You want a Brigic charm, which probably is in this or this. Interesting. Protection, darkness, wisdom. Protection. Shield charm. No, maybe I have to find symbols for things. So let's say you want protection in times of darkness, hope in times of worry. So maybe it will have 3 different things. So wisdom is this symbol. Protection in times of darkness. So protection is this. This is wisdom. And hope. What would hope be in times of worry? So maybe anti-worry? There is worry somewhere. Where is it? Fear? No, no. Not this. Not these. Not this. Triple goddess. Hey, there. Triple goddess. That's what we need. Okay, okay. I see, I see, I see. That's what you need. Got it. That was obvious if I looked at it right. The item resembles the symbol of the triple goddess. Yep. Yeah. Just one specific thing that I needed to see. Oh, good job I saw it eventually. Hello. Oh, Mr. Bossman. I'm sorry, I did not intend to be away for so long. I took care of things. You don't have to worry. I trust the shop has not been too much trouble to look after in my absence. Oh yeah, I did fantastic. Ask my customers, they'll give you 5-star ratings. I've learned a lot from my time in Oxford. There is a powerful dark article here in Undermere called the Nalian Casket. And now, you're telling me that my foolish half-wit of a brother has had it in this museum this whole time. I know how to destroy it, but it's not going to be easy. Whatever happens, it must not be opened. We will need to create a pillar of Caloris. From what I gather, such a feat has not been attempted in over 500 years. I just hope there's enough time to prepare. I'm afraid I can't stay, but I'll be back as soon as I can. Yeah, I took care of things last time. I will take care of things this time too. Don't worry about us. Okay, a pillar of Caloris is a powerful blast of energy that can consume the darkness. In my opinion, it is the safest way to destroy powerful dark articles. It can only be produced at a place of significant atomic convergence. Strength and weakness, light and darkness, align the opposing powers at opposing compass points. With Corkin's light, the strong will be made weak and the dark will be made light. Corkin's light. Do I have something like that? Corkin's light. I don't, but maybe it's in the index. C for Corkin's light. Corkin. Is it Corkin? Corkin's, yeah. Ossic ring. Corkin, the serpent goddess. Interesting. So it's a snake thing. Maybe that? Corkin's light. It has to be something snake-like. So that, either that. What about this? This little tiger thing. I think it's an onyx, is it? Let me see. No, gemstones. You would think I would know all the gemstones by now. I think it's an onyx, it's just I don't know what it is. Black, son of the night and of darkness, who fear it and some who are seduced by it. So that's one snake item, this. The other snake item is this, which is the green stuff, which is the stone of earth, jade. Yeah, earth and nature. If anything, I think it's this. That might be... but I'm not sure about that. This. Korkin, the serpent goddess. Although it might be the vessel because the eyes are more cunning. And there is this effect. Find it unsettling. The eyes seem to pierce my soul. Interesting. Korkin. So Korkin, Ossic ring. And I need to find... What is this? A vessel of the earth, used in various Dryadic rituals. Argyll. Earth. I think it might be this thing. Which also is the earth thing. Earth. There, that's earth. Yep, that's the one. Argyll. Okay. We got that. But we still don't know what the Dread Violence. Pillar of this. Okay, so strength and weakness, light and darkness. With Korkin's light, the strong will be made weak and the dark will be made light. Maybe it's not supposed to be anything specific. It's just related to Korkin. Either way. Let's see who's next. Isabel Stowey. I've had my energy drained by some disturbing evil power. For days now, I've felt tired and frail, and then today I found something that horrified me. Like what? Beneath my bed, I discovered a carved wooden effigy with a strange symbol painted upon it. I don't know who has done this to me, but all I want for now is to lift this feeling of weakness. Carved wooden effigy with a strange symbol painted upon it. So you basically have a curse on you? This? Witherance. That's the wooden effigy with a symbol on it. Witherance. So you need fortinance? Notice myself becoming drained of energy. Yep. And witherance. I'm going to try to look for witherance and get the antidote for witherance. Inverse of fortinance, and is sometimes put to more malicious use. Fortinance. Maybe fortinance will help. Crafted from stone, but wood is more commonly used. Let's say fortinance. Restore strength. When or by a hex. Okay, okay. I think it was this little thing, or is that little thing? It's a little charm. This. No. Fortinance. It's a little stone thingy. That's fortinance. Maybe that will help you? Sure. Okay. Be good. Who's next? Susan Hill. Hello. Oh, you are performing that ritual. I would like a bloodbeck. The nameless ones are restless. I'm ready to hear their voices. A bloodbeck. Do I know what a bloodbeck is? I don't have a bloodbeck, do I? Oh, maybe it's called a bloodbeck. Blood. Beck? What is this thing? This thing is called Amphibian Talon. Bloodbeck. The League of the Amphibian Heart. They guard secrets. Okay, nameless gods. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon to the point this. What is a bloodbeck? Ready to hear their voices. I am not sure what you want, lady. What do you do in the broken path? Grease and Amphibian Talon. Blood bag. So we know two things that you need to do in the broken path. You need to do the Amphibian talent on your face, and then you do the grease. What happens if you do Light of Korkin? Despite appearances, these Noctic items have no connection to the League of Amphibian Heart. They are objects of considerable power that can turn darkness to light, fear to joy. Ah, this is what the other guy wants. This, with Korkin's light of Korkin, yes. So, these Noctic items have no connection to the League of Amphibian Heart. Interesting. I will get to this, but you need a blood bag. What is a blood bag? I do not know. Who is this? If I don't hear from you, then I will donate them to the library across the street. So maybe I need to go somewhere which has a library across the street. Library. Woodsworth Library, 26, here. So somebody here? Several of the scrolls look promising, but they are written in the Dryadic script, and my understanding is too rudimentary to make use of them. If Verona was around, I'm sure she could translate them, but she isn't, and I can't. Ah, I know! Babylay. So the Babylay thing will be useful for this, because it can translate things, or written stuff at least. Babelia. They can be used to aid translation. The meaning of the unusual markings is not clear. They resemble, but do not produce this. So, don't remember. This is a Babelia. Okay, here. Okay, the effect of this makes my head spin, and I close my eyes tight for a moment as my mind catches up. The pages swirl and blur in front of me, letters and words floating in and out of focus. After a time, I find that I can read them, though it takes some effort and I feel drained as I reach the end. Okay, we found some stuff. And that was not it. This. Okay, good. Good that I did that. Now I will probably have something called as a blood bag. Yeah, I have it now. Okay. It was once thought that these objects could be used to commune with the dead, but it is now widely believed that such a thing is not possible. It is known where the strange voices that emanate from a blood bag originate, but there are some who believe they are the voices of the nameless gods. Voices. It's this? That's one thing that makes noises. And there was another thing that made noises, I think. What was it? Not that. I think it's this. What about, that's the other thing. It's the chanting. No, I think it's this. Come on, lady, take this. That is not it. I gave you the wrong item. Okay, fine. I'll give you this, maybe? Yeah, that's it. Silly. The design of the item and the Vivianite gemstone suggests a connection to death. Closer inspection reveals the whispers within. It's not whisper, it's chanting! Well, it's whisper chanting, but I understand, I guess. Korhina. These are used to call on the guile and wisdom of the goddess Korkin. She's a goddess of the earth, creation and rebirth. It is maintained by some that these are not objects of power, but they exude an imposing aura that is hard to explain. Okay, enjoy your ritual, lady. And we are at the end. Thaddeus runs along the dark corridor, his eyes wide with terror. He clutches the largest remaining shard of the shattered lunima in his hand. He only has one thought in his head. He must not allow his pursuers to reach the casket. He will draw them to the armory. It is his only hope. His heart sinks as he rounds the corner. Thaddeus White. No! 3 more black-eyed assailants are coming from the other direction. He's trapped. His final thoughts are consumed by fear. There is nothing stopping them now. The casket will be opened. It's all his fault. Oh no! It festered and pulsated until it could no longer be contained. Some part of it reached out from the darkness, creating eyes so that it might find itself and hands so that it might open itself. The casket wanted to be opened. No, don't open the casket! That was a good hint. The woodcutter's street thing, that was interesting. Huh. I libel books and scrolls on the esoteric and the arcane. Esoteric and the arcane. Interesting. Last day. It is the last day. Come on, book. Go on the shelf. Well, I have been up for about 1 hour and 11 minutes, so I will cut it here. I know, it's the very last day. I should push and finish it, but I will do that in the last episode, the grand finale. Until then, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!